曾来访不亦乐乎。今天的客人是谁呢？观众朋友，大家好，我是 Ann， 欢迎收看《谁来做客》。你对普林斯顿大学熟悉吗？他们的学生生活如何呢？普林斯顿大门的一个禁忌，你有听过吗？是真的吗？在这个学校，压力是不是很大？如何克服呢？在这个学校能够有什么成长呢？今天我们节目很荣幸为您邀请到普林斯顿大学的2位大学生瑞孔和 Donna Duarte 来我们节目当中做客。如果你喜欢我们节目的话，记得按下小铃铛键订阅，就可以及时收到最新的节目哦。Welcome to our show, Donna and Ray.
Thanks for having us on. Hi, everyone.
A lot of schools have their own superstition. Does Princeton have one too?
I think yeah, like you say, like a lot of colleges have their own superstition. Like Princeton's just like any other college, we have our own.
Okay. So what's it about?
So like we have like this like grand like Nassau Hall like at the front lawn, and then when we walk in, they do like a sort of like thing for the freshmen, kind of like to introduce you, like some sort of like orient you to
Orientation event?
Yeah, kind of, yeah. For the freshmen, and then you like walk through the gate that like it's like very grand right in front of Nassau Hall, and then like the 4 years after that, you're not supposed to walk back through it. Like you go in one way, you're not supposed to come back out the other way before you graduate.
Why not?
Because that's what you're supposed to do when you graduate. You walk right back out those gates.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
So you'll never find anyone like actually walking through. They'll always walk through the side entrances, even if it's a little bit inconvenient.
What will it happen if you walk back?
I think the whole superstition is that you won't graduate.
Or if you walk back before you graduate,
Yeah,
you won't graduate. Is that true?
Honestly, one of my friends, he walked through the gate and then he took a gap year. So there could be a little bit truth to that, but
Did he walk back on purpose, or that was by accident?
I think it was on purpose.
Yeah, really tempting fate there.
But are you really trying hard to avoid walking back through that door?
It's kind of like you know, everyone else does it, so you do it as well. Yeah, just like walk out through the side entrances, you know.
Right.
You'll normally see like, because Princeton's a beautiful town.
Yes.
Like a lot of people visit. Like you'll see a bunch of like the like old, like not old, but like people who are like visiting for college, like college tours or whatever, or just they're in the town. They'll walk right by it, but once people like walk on the sides, you're like, oh yeah, that's a student right there.
That's the way that you can recognize that's
Yeah,
part
yeah,
of you.
Yeah.
Right. I'm also curious, how real is the concept of effortless perfection on the campus? Do students open up about struggling, or does everyone pretend to have it all together? It seems that everyone's like so great and perfect in Princeton.
Yeah, I think from my experience, a lot of our students are really motivated and high achieving. Like in high school, maybe they were like valedictorians and they did a bunch of competitions. So I think people tend to shy away from really expressing how stressed out they are. But I think as I've gotten older, and like from freshman to senior year, I think people become more closer with their friends and people start to open up more. But I do think freshman year it's a bit stressful, where
Everyone looks so perfect.
Yeah.
And they're always all together. Right. How about you, Ray?
Yeah, you do kind of get that imposter syndrome, and I feel like this is typical at any college, but especially at like top tier like educational institutions, you don't feel like you belong. But then you have to realize like, oh, you're there for a reason, you know, like someone thought like you were in a well enough position to succeed academically and in any other field at like a place like Princeton, and you don't need to like constantly compare yourself to others just because everyone else starts at like a different level. So you come from a different background, like that's like kind of like the point. You bring people from all around the country, all around the world, you know, to this one place to study together. And it's not everything's going to be perfect. Like, you're going to fail a bunch, you know, and sometimes you might need to take a gap year, but eventually, like, if you do find like a community to support yourself with, like, everyone's going through the same struggle.
Right.
Everyone is like crashing out about like tests, you know, like, and it's
So
like,
once somebody started, then maybe everyone will.
yeah, like, I think freshman year is considerably difficult because you're adapting to that.
Right.
You're not, you don't really understand that everyone around you also might not have everything figured out as well. And then once you like come to accept that fact, you can work with everybody else to get ahead and succeed. Like, you're not in this alone.
Yeah, first year is hard. So what was the biggest cultural shock you experienced transitioning from your home to college?
I come from a small town, but Princeton is still bigger, even though it's a smaller school. So definitely, like, just the amount of people was a bit of a culture shock. It was a helpful thing because I started to branch out more and meet new people, and I think that was nice.
Yeah, and my high school was actually a little bit bigger than Princeton. I had about like 6,000.
Your high school is even bigger than Princeton.
Yeah, it's like a super big high school in New York, but like in the city.
So you probably have the contrary experience as Donna.
Yeah, because you normally expect like, oh, college is like, it's
huge.
It's huge, yeah. Like at some schools they have like tens of thousands, right?
Yes.
But Princeton, you kind of start like recognizing faces everywhere, you know, like there's only so many people you can meet. But I think something different about like a small college like that, like you feel like you won't meet a lot of people, but there's like very small pockets where you can find like friends, find a community as well. So like big college, small college, like it's not anything too different if you don't let it impact you. If you don't let that like size kind of like dictate the way that you're experiencing college
Be
life.
open, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So what do you think when you first come into Princeton? About Princeton?
I thought everything was gonna be easy, you know, like oh wow, like the hard part was getting into Princeton, and then now like I'm like smooth sailing. But no, they do push you to like actually learn and like do things that you're uncomfortable with. Like actually like at least for me, like I had to write like a senior thesis and like a junior paper soon, and like you're really like thrust into that and like.
Their curriculum is really rigorous.
Yeah,
right?
very rigorous. You're kind of like not forced, but like encouraged to do work that that like you're pursuing on like a solo. Like you have your own adventure, basically. Like because of that, like individual work, everyone's journey through their majors slightly different, and you kind of start to specialize and find out what you actually like. So I'm kind of excited for that, but also a little bit scared. Yeah.
How about Donna?
When I found out I got into Princeton pretty early, so senior year I was being kind of lazy, not really focusing on academics that much. But Princeton is academically rigorous, so definitely that was a shock. The classes are much more intense than a high school class. Also, our semesters are shorter than most colleges. We have 12-week semesters.
Okay.
So everything's very fast-paced.
Right.
So that took a little bit of adjusting to.
Right. It seems that your program is really rigorous and you have a lot of stress. Have you ever felt like stressed out? Cannot go on with it, or have you had that experience that you were really stressed out?
Yeah. I think stress, like it happens in all parts of life, but especially when you're doing something as rigorous as like
in Princeton
for college, right? you have to like find a way to deal with it. And for me, it was like kind of hard to like figure out, how do I navigate stress? How am I gonna like push past this? Because for me, like at least in like high school and everything before college, like stress didn't really come to me, you know, like everything was at a much more like basic level. So I was like, I was able to like persevere through that very easily. Like stress mainly came from like extracurricular involvement, right? But I think at Princeton, like they know like, oh wow, these are very like tested individuals. Like they have gone through a lot in terms of like academics and extracurricular involvement. Like they're ready for
more.
What? Yeah, they're ready for more. Yeah, definitely. So with stress, it took a lot of adjustment, like basically my entire freshman year on like, how am I going to deal with this? Because like every semester you're like, you get a reset basically. How am I going to deal with this a different way? Like maybe I don't do well in one class, like how am I going to improve? So kind of like looking with that positive type of outlook is good, but also like finding things that you're passionate about outside of academics, because it's not all about like reading books and like studying, you know. Finding a like a group that you can spend time with, spending time with friends. Like I joined a bunch of different clubs that like I'm really passionate about.
What are the clubs that you joined?
Like I just like tried my hand at them. So like before high school I wasn't really involved in this, like breaking, which is like breakdancing kind of, and then also like organizing like an event, a hackathon. Like me and a bunch of other people kind of like put together this event for other people to come and sprint. So like taking your mind off of academics and finding things that you like to do.
Yes. How about Donna?
Yeah.
Stress out moments.
Yeah, I agree. Princeton can sometimes be pretty stressful, and that it's important to have things outside of academics. For me, it was just doing some random things. Like my freshman year, I took a boxing class. Like we'd meet once a week, and
that's a good way to release the stress.
Yeah, for sure. And just having something that you can just do freely without any like pressure. It's nice to have. And I think coming into college, I didn't really organize my time that well. And I think being at Princeton showed me that I need to have like more of a schedule. I started using Google Calendar to like kind of organize like when I'm gonna study, like block out some time for myself. And then there's a lot of events you can find yourself going to, so having that calendar is nice.
So you have to plan ahead.
Yeah, you do have to plan ahead.
Yeah, so how would you say you have grown or changed since entering college? Like you have to plan ahead, and what else?
Yeah, I've began to take a little bit more of risks. I studied abroad last semester.
Where did you go?
I studied in Sweden.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, in Stockholm, but during my time there, I visited 11 different countries. So there I've really stepped out of my comfort zone and did a little bit of solo traveling. So I think Princeton really enabled me to be able to do that and just to take more risks.
Yeah, very good. Right.
Yeah, usually, especially at a place that has so much money, like you got to take advantage of the resources that they give you.
Yes.
So I really took that opportunity to like grow as a person, like use their programs, use everything to kind of find out like what you like, because like you start as someone in high school and like you think you have it all figured out, but like you might not, and that's okay. And that's like something that I learned
So what are the programs or resources that help you?
Yeah,
in
they have
Princeton?
like a bunch of different like internship programs where like they partner you with like a community partner, and they kind of give like a stipend, and they like, hey, you can work with this company, and like do service work for them, for like a summer, and then also. They have a lot of international programs, like you said, study abroad, but they also have like international internship programs where they like send you to like a country of your choice, you know, like you apply to a program and it's like, it doesn't have to be in the United States.
Right.
And then also like, aside from that, you have a bunch of different like clubs, like always being open to trying something new. I'm not sure like a lot of the stuff like I'm currently doing now, like I've ever tried in high school, you know, like all those clubs I was talking about.
Right. Sounds like you all have fun at school. What's your favorite part of school? You have too many.
Yeah.
You can name a few, it's okay.
I think overall, for me, it's the people I've met. I think Princeton has allowed me to meet a lot of great people who are just very motivated. I think that's a really nice thing because it kind of just pushes you to be better, and I've really liked that.
Do you feel pressured in that kind of?
Oh, not in a like pressure, like, oh, you have to be the best. You have
like,
to
everyone's so
do
good.
this. Yeah, but I think a lot of people are very like self-driven, and I think that just kind of innately makes you more like want to better yourself, but not in a like a negative way.
Yeah, it's kind of like infectious where like you see someone else doing well and you see them like really grinding it out and you're like, hey, I should probably work on myself as well. Like I should maybe do a little bit better. Because you are the people that you surround yourself with.
Yes.
And at Princeton, there's so many great people that you can surround yourself with. Not only like people our age, our like fellow like classmates and peers, but also like the professors that you surround yourself with as well. Like they're really encouraging and really want you to succeed as well. And I think that's like something that's really good about Princeton is like because it's so small, you kind of get that one-on-one or like small group interaction where you really get to connect with the classes that you're taking. We have like a bunch of different like small presets, small seminars, and it doesn't always have to be a 200-person lecture. And you don't feel attached to the stuff that you're learning, or you don't feel attached to the professor. You can actually have conversations, like go out to lunch with them, you know, that kind of small like personal touch really makes Princeton like the best experience that I could possibly have imagined.
Sounds really good. What if I ask you to name one thing that you want Princeton to make some changes?
It's a good question. I think right now we have a bit of a problem with like mental health and being more open about how students are feeling and how it could be really stressful sometimes.
Yes.
While they do have a lot of programs for like counseling or therapy if a student would want that, there's still always like a facade a little bit that everything is perfect, but I still think there should be more visibility on like mental health issues.
Right.
Yeah, and this is kind of caused by like everyone's doing so well.
Everyone's so good.
And this isn't something like, it's not an isolated like incident, like it hasn't just been has it just been these past like few years, like after, it's stretched before then as well, pre-COVID. Like I spoke with one of our professors, like like I had lunch with them, and they're like, yeah, we really noticed that like we really wish we could help this like mental health crisis, you know. Like students always feel so like overwhelmed by everything, you know, because they have to balance like academics and then like finding a job after college, and then like anything if they want to do any like hobbies or anything else, like
Right.
yeah, and then social life, like
Yes.
it's a bunch to manage, and especially when this like academics part is very rigorous,
Yes.
it kind of becomes something that like weighs you down. And I'm not sure like how they would solve it, and like yeah, what they would do to like help the students, but hopefully like eventually they can find a way, like maybe like with working with students. And yeah, something else like on top of that is like this kind of like administration to students, like sometimes they're a bit disconnected as well, and that kind of exacerbates that type of issue. Like if the students are having a like
Yeah,
an
you-
issue
they
with
don't
mental
feel
health,
it's
yeah,
connected, yeah.
they don't feel like they can go to administration.
Right.
They don't feel protected by
Right.
the school.
Seems that the school is not concerned about
Yeah.
them. Yeah, right. That might be an issue. So because everyone's like so good and everyone's having such a pressure, what does it mean to fail in Princeton? How does the community support you if you feel that you might fail?
Yeah, I think failure isn't. There's such a stigma against like failure. Like people are scared. I'm scared of failure still. You know, like
Everyone is scared of failure.
yeah.
Yeah.
And sometimes I think as long as you're trying your best and actively improving, like actively making efforts to improve, and also like not dealing with failure on yourself by yourself, then failure is okay. Some like I don't know what the policy is on like in terms of the grades, like failing grades. They might like force you to take a gap year or something.
Oh.
But
Yeah.
I think that you're given a lot of opportunities to kind of like keep going on after failure. Like we have PDS where you can designate a class as pass, D, or fail. So like then that class you can take it without worry. Like as long as you try hard in that class and actually like give it an effort, like then you don't need to worry about your grades because it's just a
Yeah.
pass on your
Yeah,
transcript.
yeah. What do you think, Donna? What does it mean to fail in Princeton?
Yeah, I think it's a very broad
Yeah.
like term.
Right.
I
Is
think,
it a taboo word to be used in Princeton?
oh, like failure.
Yeah.
Maybe a little bit actually. I don't think people really talk about failing if they do. I think people mostly talk about positives and maybe their
That's a nice way to cope with it. Yeah.
yeah, or maybe their achievements. But in terms of failing, I think there's always like the PDF that you could do for like your classes. Also, there's like some tutoring services that Princeton provides that are completely free. They have a policy on tutoring though. that
Yeah.
It's I think you're not allowed to get tutoring from outside
Yeah.
of Princeton. Not too sure on the specifics, but that kind of only gives you like the Princeton tutoring as an option.
I think it kind of like evens out the playing field because you get a bunch of different people from so many different backgrounds.
Yeah.
And not everyone might be like have that financial ability to like afford tutoring.
Right, yes.
So that's like something that you might have an issue with like in high school, you know, like oh, this person has had test prep their entire life, you know, like,
Right.
and then they have to compare someone who has only gone through like the public education system. And I think Princeton does a good job at kind of trying to even that playing field as well. Like we are both, we went through like a first generation low income like program that they like bring freshmen in. And they kind of like orient you. Yeah. They give you like kind of like this like introductory few months on campus or like within the Princeton curriculum, you could take a class. And then you kind of like get accommodated with the way that Princeton works.
That's good.
So I really love that about
Yeah,
what they offer.
They offer a lot of support for
Yeah.
you. That's good. So, if you, what advice would you give the incoming freshmen?
I think maybe start using Google Calendar to plan your schedule, because that's something I wish I would have done my
Right.
first semester.
Right.
Also, I encourage everyone to just try new things. Like, you're only a college freshman once, and Princeton, or really any college, has so much,
Yes.
so much to offer, so many different programs. So just take some time and explore what you like.
Yeah, definitely doing new things like you haven't done before.
Yes.
I think it opens up a world of opportunities. Like you never know, like what you'll like and what you'll feel passionate about. Like
Yes.
Join a club or like talk to someone new or try out a class like that's not even related to your major. You know, if you're thinking about academics, like doing new stuff will help you broaden the way that you think. And you'll be so much better of a person after that. I
Yes,
think.
yes. Wow, that's wonderful. Thank you for sharing so many wonderful tips. Thank you for coming to our show.
Thank you so much for having us. Yeah.
也谢谢观众朋友们的收看，有朋来访不亦乐乎。我们下期节目再见。有朋来访不亦乐乎。